Hi friends. So today we are going to again cover one more LeetCode Postgres, basically a database related queries. Okay, so if you see, I've selected some basic database problem. Okay, like so that which are basically getting asked in the interview question. So you can refer each one by one. Okay, and just try to solve it. I'm just trying to basically go through few of this majorly asked questions, right, basically, so that like okay it can help you in the interview questions basically. So today we are going to solve lit code question number 181. So this questions, right, basically this is one of the most very frequently asked questions. Okay, in the they ask for the database basically. Okay, so what this question says, the question says that okay, employees earning more than their manager. Okay, yeah, as the name suggests, right? If you see here, right, like that, we need to find some of the employees, the name of the employees, right? Basically, who are earning more than their employee, their manager, right? So I would say this is will be hypothetical questions. Why? Because like getting more salaries from the employee, it will be for few people, right? It will be like very, it can't be right. But unless you have to be very uh, I'm not going in that part, but like I'm just trying to say that okay, this questions, right, basically it just making it like little laughter in my. Okay, yeah, let's go back to the questions first. Okay, so we are just trying to understand what the question is, and then we will try to solve this particular problem. Okay, let's go to the questions. So what it says that like I have a table called employee which has four column basically: ID, name, salary, and manager ID. Okay, so along with the each column, right, we have given the data type for each column. Okay, where ID type is a primary key, and each rows indicate like okay what for each ID, right, like we have a name, salary, and their manager ID. Okay, so the ask, right, as I mentioned, like we need to find the name of the employee who earns more than their manager. Result can be in any order, it doesn't matter to us. Okay, so they have given a sample output just to understand okay why it is. So this is the output where it says that employee ID 1, name Joe, has salary about 70,000, and manager ID is 3. Similarly the others, right? But if you see here, right, the ID of Sam is 3, it means who is the manager of Joe. Okay, and if you see here, the salary of Sam is 60,000, but Joe is getting 70k. Okay, so it means that Joe is getting more than his basically manager counterpart basically, right? So we need to print we need to print the name of the employee which is getting basically more salary than their manager. Okay, so in this case it should print Joe. Okay, yeah. So what I did is, right, if you see, like, yeah, I'm going to create uh, some table over here. Okay, if you see, I've created a database basically Postgres related it, so that okay we can connect here. Sorry, we need to connect, right? So we will use -c connect, and okay we'll try to see if we have any table or not. So we don't have any table. Now coming to the question, right, what I will do, right, I am going to create the same table basically, and I will try to run the some SQL, okay, like to get the same output, right? So I will try to create a table, insert the same records what we have here. Okay, so let's go to the Postgres command prompt, so that okay we will create the table. Yeah, here we are going to create the table. Yeah, so here we were right, like so we will create the table. If you see, I'm just pasting some existing data that I have. If you see, right, I've created a table, create table employee, where IDs I've given int the primary type, name, salary, manager ID, and then I'm just going to create the insert new records. Okay, Okay, so it has inserted 4 record basically. Now I'm just going to do see employee, what it says. See, you will see here exactly what we have the data over here, right? Now what our ask is, we need to find the employee whose salary is more than the salary of their manager, right? So we will try to write a simple query. Let's select name from employee, E1 join employee E2. Okay, so we will say, let's say here E1. Okay, it doesn't matter why, join E1 dot id equals to E2 dot manager id. Let's try to print this one, see what it is giving. Oh sorry, we need to give on here, right? So see here what it says. E1 dot id. Okay, let's try to see what was going wrong for us. Let's try again from employee E1 join employee E2 on E1 dot manager id equals to E2 dot id. Let's see what it is giving. So if you see here, right, what we have done is we are just trying to see the manager of the employee 1. Okay, so basically what it is giving right now, if you see here, right, we have selected employee from E1 table and doing a self join basically. Okay, on which conditions? Where the manager id of employee 1 is manager id of employee 2, sorry, id of manager 2. So this means, right, these are the two employee. Okay, so basically it exists, right? So it means now what the ask is, we need to find the name of the employee, right, basically whose salary is more than the manager id, right? So we will add one condition here, where E1 dot salary is greater than E2 dot salary. Let's see what it gives. So here C, right? So this was our query. We will, let's say, do it here, where E1 dot salary is greater than E2 dot salary. You got my point, what I'm just trying to do? Yeah, so if you see here, I think you hope you understood what we are trying to do here. Okay, this is what we are just trying to do. If I'm just doing a step by step, okay, to understand more about, like, okay, how the query is our working for us. In the first query, right, what we did is, like, we just tried to find out the employee name of the employee basically, which manager id exists basically, is in the database basically. Okay, so basically what the result is has given that, okay, manager id of Joe, right, basically it exists here, right? Basically Sam is the manager id, right? So we have just printed the name of the employee whose manager exists in this table basically. Okay, here it since for the let's say Sam, right, basically we don't have manager id, so we have not printed this particular. Now coming to the table again, so this is how basically you can run the query. You can just try it at your home and see, you can try basically and see how it works. Okay, now so uh, what I will be doing, right, in my next class, basically next video, I will be going to the next videos, basically the next program, database program, that are basically getting asked in our interview questions, so that people faces. Okay, and then like we can do that part, like we can just try to solve our questions. Okay, so that it can help us to understand more about what the people are asking, because if you know the basics of the database, right, I think I you should be able to clear the interview questions. Yeah, let me know your thought when you once you watch the video. You can add your comments. I will just go through your comments to know more about like okay, what you're getting through the videos. Thank you.